Hi, my name is Dustin McDonald, and I'm the Interim Policy Director for Americans for Safe Access. Thanks for joining us for our annual Unity Day conference. Before we hear from our next panel, I wanted to take a minute to give you a quick update on ASA's Biden-Harris Can Do It campaign. When Joe Biden, the presidential candidate, released his approach to federal cannabis policy last May, it was met with a lot of excitement from medical cannabis patients and doctors and researchers alike, all of us who have waited a long time for federal cannabis policies to get changed. But for the last 100 days of this administration, we've watched Vice President Kamala Harris, who had previously authored legislation to deschedule cannabis entirely, quietly backing away from that approach. And we watched President Biden's nominees backpedal on previous support positions for important reform legislation like the MORE Act, and Biden opting against allowing staffers who have used cannabis in the past to serve in the White House currently. Look, we know this administration has a lot to tackle, but there are some things that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris can do right now to help patients, and they can and should do them. To help identify those things, ASA launched our Biden-Harris Can Do It campaign last month. So let's hop in and take a look at what this campaign's all about. The Biden-Harris Can Do It campaign gives everyone, you, me, everyone we know, the ability to email and call federal departments and agencies, as well as the president and the vice president, to tell them what they can do to help patients today. Specifically, the campaign gives you the option to reach out to the Secretary of HUD to ask her to stop evicting federal housing tenants who are largely seniors for using medical cannabis, as well as to the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs to finally allow the VA to start talking to patients about cannabis, and for the VA also to be able to extend insurance to veteran patients to help cover the exorbitant costs of cannabis as a medicine. The campaign also gives the option to reach out to the federal government's HR department, which is called OPM, to tell them to stop screening federal employees and contractors for cannabis when cannabis is legal across 36 states. The campaign finally allows you to also reach out to the Attorney General to ask them to update and reissue the Cole memo, and to reach out directly to the President and to the Vice President and ask them to finally organize federally sanctioned cannabis medicine for patients. Now, many of you have engaged on this campaign, and on behalf of Americans for Safe Access, I want to thank you for all those who called and emailed. And for those who haven't, I want to take a quick minute just to walk you through the platform. Here you see we've arrived at the Biden-Harris Can Do It landing page. And here you have an option to click through any one of these action items and email or call a federal department and agency or the president and vice president and express your concerns on these issues. As you click through, you'll find that we've organized pre-populated information for you to share with federal departments and agencies, as well as with the president and vice president on these issues. So far, over 2,000 contacts have been made by over 1,000 people to federal departments and agencies and the president to make them aware of these actions that they can take for patients today. Nearly 700 of those contacts have been to the director of OPM to address federal drug testing standards. About another 400 went to the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and another 350 went to the Attorney General, and about 200 went to the Secretary of HUD. But as we've seen from this Biden administration so far, we need to make a lot more calls and send a lot more emails. So please take a minute and go to www.safeaccessnow.org/100 days and use ASA's easy-to-use platform to send an email or make a call and let our federal departments and agency leaders know, and the president as well, how urgently we need them to act to help patients today. Again, and on behalf of Americans for Safe Access, I want to thank you for engaging in this important campaign and talking to our federal regulators about the need to focus on functional federal medical cannabis reforms to finally help patients. Thanks again, and enjoy this next great panel.